Good evening, dear students, friends. Today I start with a new chapter, rotational dynamics. That is the first chapter. Previously I completed with semiconductor devices and dual nature of radiation and matter. So today we'll start with this chapter, and before starting I will tell you, please subscribe my channel and like my video, and if you have any doubts, put into the comment section down of the video. Okay, we'll start with the chapter rotational dynamics. See, rotational dynamics in this all about rotations actually. So what is rotational motion? What it means, suppose, see over here in paint I will try to show you. This is the circle, suppose, and as you all know that it have a center point and a body object that rotates with taking this radius round and round, okay, with the center of axis, that is the body is with the center of axis the body is rotating over here. Okay, let it be a point A and it travels the completes the circle at point B, suppose. Okay, and this is the radius vector that is turning out to theta. That makes theta. It looks like a cup of glass, but please don't take into consideration of my cursor positions. So it is theta. That means this is the radius it covered, and this is the angle vector turned. Okay, this vector turned over here, and this occurs a displacement, as you can say. Okay, so over here, see, circular motion is simply means what? I will come again over here. This is your circle. It is not properly done. Sorry for that, students, but I am doing roughly because though I don't have any whiteboard software till now. Okay, we'll see further if I have this. Okay, then see over here, this is the diameter of the circle, and this is what? This is the circumference of the circle. Okay, so that means what? Over here what we have seen, this is A and it is rotating with the help of this radius, and this circumference it is rotating. Okay, so means what? The motion along the circumference of the circle, the object, this is, suppose this is the S, an object is this, suppose, and this object it travels with the along the circumference of the circle. That means simple what? Circular motion. Okay, we'll again move to the second question, that is concept of mass. What is concept of center of mass? Means what? Over here also you also see, or in this again we will see. Say this. Oh, sorry. This is the circle, suppose, and this would be a center of mass, you can say, because the body that is center of mass of centroid, you can say, that is the body is totally concentrated to this center point only. The mass of the body is totally concentrated with this center point. Means what? All of the masses at the center of these all masses, it will be equal, you can say. That is the center of mass. Means at all points over the circle the mass will be equal. That is center of mass, you can say. That is the centroid, you can say, and this is the center point. For a circle, this is the center of mass, means all equally distributed, the mass is distributed equal to the centroid. Then if we consider rectangle, then all the center, the masses are concentrated totally in this center, to this center from all the sides, you can say. This is the center point. The masses, all equal masses, masses is equally distributed. Then if you take and this triangle object, then again it is concentrated in the middle of the body. Okay, now this was the concept. That means what? The mean position, you can say. If suppose someone asks you the definition, simple, it is a center of mass, it was the mean position of the object, you can say like that, and or the average masses of all the particles in a substance. So now what are the kinematical equations of motion? See over here, I have jotted down the kinematical equations of motion. This is the first equation, that is v is equal to u plus at. That is v is the final velocity, u is the initial velocity, a is the acceleration, t is the time. Okay, that means if a body performs a linear motion, a straight line, then from point A and point B, it travels along a straight path. Okay, that means when it starts with a particular velocity, it will be u, and when it ends with a velocity, that is the final velocity, it is v. For this kinematical equations of motion, we are taking this first equation. Then the second equation is s. Okay, s is what in this s means what? The displacement, that is the distance it covered and a displacement occurred. Okay, this is what the second kinematical equations. It is the second one, that is s displacement is equal to ut, that is product of initial velocity and time plus half at square, that is acceleration and square of time. And this is the third one. Okay, this is the third one, that is v square is equal to u square plus 2as. So these kinetic equations you have to remember, but according to this chapter we are studying, that is it is all rotatory motion, objects that are traveling in rotational motion. Then when it travels with a rotational motion along an axis pointing with the center of mass, that then it travels with a omega velocity, that is with a velocity, angular velocity omega. That means over here also in this concept at that time and previously I told that this is the angular displacement, that is this s, that is we are representing the linear displacement in the linear motion, rectilinear motion funda. We have seen that we are using the displacement as s, and over here it is the angular, it displaced to a particular point, from a particular point to a particular point it reaches, then it founds as theta. Okay, so here we have taken this three equations. Now what we have to consider all in angular, we are considering all the object to be traveling in circular motion. For that we will take all three different equations, like what this will be in omega, that is this final velocity is omega 1 and this initial velocity is omega 0, plus a t, that is alpha and t. A is for acceleration, linear acceleration, and alpha is for your angular acceleration, and t is your for time. Okay, time is same, constant. So over here, and now for this, as we have taken for s displacement theta, so here also we will take as theta, that is theta, the second part for angular displacement for a second kinematical equation. Now again we are over here, that is v will be again omega square, that is 1 because it is final, and this is omega 0 plus, I am little bit slow because I am afraid of this. This is a is what? Simple alpha, and s is your theta. Okay, we are done with this third kinematical equation regarding to circular motion or angular types. Okay, now we'll start with the introduction. See, now the introduction part we will discuss, that is circular motion is an essential part of daily life, and all actually all knows that all is given. And main point over here it is mentioned as, see, the object during a rotation motion is about always the axis of rotation passing through the object, that is this is the axis of rotation. It's simple what it is a rotational motion. So it can have undergoes circular motion, and object undergoes circular motion about some point outside the object or some other object, while during rotation the motion is about the axis of rotation. That's simple, that discussed in these diagrams for you. Okay, so now what is the characteristics? It is an accelerated motion. Okay, always the direction of velocity changes at every instant. Then the periodic motion, during this motion the particle repeats itself, its path along the same trajectory that see over here. This is the trajectory path, you can say, that is I have explained over here. These all are already explained in the diagrams to you. And kinematics of circular motion. What is kinematics of circular motion? Now actually in 11th standard also, as you seen, that what is a displacement, what is a angular velocity, what is a velocity. Kinematics of circular motion in 11th standard also, as over here also it is given, that displacement, what a displacement is. That means from point, this is simple, point A and point B, and it object that travels from point A to point B means what? It displaces from A to B. Simple, it is a displacement, that is linear displacement S. And again in this, when it follows a trajectory circumference path and rotating, it covers as theta. So we have taken over here as angular displacement as theta. And again I told you that velocity, linear velocity is v, and we are taking here as omega. We have done with this also. Okay, that means angular velocity is omega for us in this chapter. We will refer as like this. And in 11th and all in previous years, we have learned that velocity is v, and initial velocity and final velocity. Initial velocity is u and final velocity is v. And the definition, what the velocity is, what again it this is suppose displacement, and this is suppose v's definition. What it will be, that a point object from A to B, it travels with a particular velocity, that it starts with a particular velocity, that is initial velocity u, and ends with a final velocity v. This difference is simply known as what? Your acceleration it is actually. Okay, and v, what the v definition, what it will be, the velocity, that is the change in this difference points. Okay, means what? A particular object from point A traveling to point B, that means the rate of change of, the simple definitions are for displacement. Kinematics of circular motion. So what is kinetic circular motion? It simply states that all we have studied in here also, that is the thing. These are the kinematic equations. Okay, kinematics of circular motion, as we have seen or studied in 11th standard, that to describe a circular motion we use the quantities. Over here we use the quantities theta, omega and all. Kinematics of circular motion. See, I have jotted down all the formulas for the kinetics motion. I have explained this also. This simply what over here also I will take you that in first part, see over here, this is suppose this is a displacement. The definition will be the rate of change of the objects, okay, in a distance of objects, and it will be what? The velocity, that is velocity will be what? The rate of change of final velocity, final displacement to initial final displacement to initial. Kinematics of circular motion. In 11th standard also we have described circular motion. So the quantities, that is angular displacement, angular velocity and all, once again we will remember back these things. That is, you have seen that for an object traveling along a straight line, it follows distance travels, that is a displacement is occur with respect to time, that is the rate of change of distance with respect to time is displacement. Then again the velocity, for velocity it travels from initial point to final point, that is initial point u to final point v, that is what the change of rate of change of displacement, means the point object from A travels to B with a particular displacement, that is rate of change of displacement per unit time. That is the definition. And again the acceleration part, acceleration alpha or a, for linear acceleration it is a, for angular acceleration it is alpha. So again it will come as in displacement and velocity we compared, there here also it will come as from the difference between or the rate of change of initial velocity and final velocity. Velocity was here the velocity or rate of change of displacement with respect to time, and for acceleration it will be one layer down, or you will take reference of one layer above of velocity, that is rate of change of velocity with respect to time is simply known as acceleration, and that in turn in angular terms it will be alpha, as v was omega and s was theta. So here these all they have given, v is ds by dt, rate of change of displacement with respect to time, again here rate of change of velocity with respect to time, that is final velocity minus initial, you can take it out. So all completed. Then the tangential velocity is given by this formula is there, this relation is there, that is vector product, it is v is equal to omega into r, where omega is this, and again if we compare with linear terms, that is v is equal to omega r, that is magnitude terms, that is v is equal to omega r. According to the right hand thumb rule, we give the direction of omega always along the axis of rotation. Okay, see over here, by the right hand thumb rule we always give the rotation of axis of rotation for an object. So see, an up and down here given, and where t is the time period for the circular motion or periodic time, and n is the frequency. Okay, and the formula is omega is equal to 2 pi n. That means what? This is the circle, means what? It is 1 pi, this is 1 pi, and this is another pi. That means it is 2 pi, and it runs with a frequency and number of rotations, so n. Okay, number of rotations, so n we are taking, that is, and this is the definition. N is equal to 1 upon t, it always. Okay, that is the number of rotations it rotates, it takes a reciprocal of time. So that this all it given the same, that the particle, the motion of speed of particle remains constant. If it remains constant in a particular trajectory path in the same speed, then it is a uniform circular motion, that is we are telling as UCM. Again the radial acceleration part, it gives that a is equal to minus omega square r, if the formula is given, then UCM always constant, and it is a is equal to omega square r. Okay, see over here, this diagram is given, that is center of mass c, or you can take point of origin c, it is radial acceleration ar, and this is the radius vector r, this is the omega velocity, that it travels with the velocity omega, and this is the linear velocity. Okay, so over here circular motion of a fan rotating, uniformity you can take that like that. If a fan is switched on or off, its speed goes on increasing if you take it on, and it speed goes on decreasing, it is if it is off. So the directions always tangential to this circular trajectories. These all have given over here. See over here, this also the same, if object is rotating, take on the right hand thumb rule, so the tangential velocity is changing during its non-uniform circular motion, that it is given, that is a is alpha is equal to d omega by dt, and this is again it shows the same thing that I discussed. See now what it is given, see over here, we'll see the sum, or okay, alpha is constant along the axis of rotation. It is mentioning in kinetic motions of equation that we have studied. Now a circular fan is rotating at 90 rpm, that is rotation per minute. If it is then off and it stops after 21 revolutions. Then calculate the time taken to stop assuming the frictional torque. Torque is what? Simple, when it rotates, when the object rotates, the rotatory force, the rotatory motion acquires the force, or the force is required to rotate the body, that is simply is known as torque, and here we are taking as frictional torque for this. So, and now the frequency is 90 rpm, that is rotation per minute. Now it is converted in 1.5. That means what we have done is 190 by 60. Okay, we have divided. I guess I will not able to do it. Then also I will try 90 by 60. So how much it comes? 0 and 0 it cancels. 3 2s and 3 3s, and now 2 1s, and it is to 1.5. Okay, 1.5 rps. Now the formula you know, omega is equal to 2 pi n0, that is 3 pi radian per second. You can divide this also, that is pi, 2 pi value, and this is n that we have taken. Radian per second, it will come as 3 pi radian. Now angle, that is blade, its stopping, it shows over here, that is theta is equal to 2 pi n, that is n again 21, because it given as 21 over here, so we have taken 21, that is it came as 42 pi radian. Okay, when fan stops, that is omega is 0, you can substitute the values over here and you can take the answer out. So if you need this solution, it is an easy one, but then also if you need solution, you can comment in the comment section. Now we'll come with the part of centripetal force and centrifugal force. This part is the last for this video, and then we will stop it. So now, what is this centripetal force and centrifugal force? Simple what it is. Over here I will show you. See, centripetal force means what? Simple, if a circle is there, then it travels along the radius. A particle means what? A center is there, a particle is there. Suppose A is the particle, so it is a point A, then also we are taking A as a particle, and it travels along the radius. Means what? Along the radius means it performing a circular motion, because previously also we have studied that motion along the circumference of the path is simple circular motion, and if it travels in a constant speed, it will be a UCM, that is uniform circular motion. So now what will come to the topic. Okay, centripetal force. So centripetal force means what? The object travels, that is, let me take this as B, the object travels from A to B along the radius. Over here it will, what it will do is, the object will travel from B to A, that is it will point towards the center of the circle. That means you have seen the example of bullock carts or tire wheels and all. You see that these are the spikes like this, and these are balancing the two wheel. You can take like this. Suppose these are the two wheels. Okay, these are the two wheels, suppose, of a car. Then see this is the connectivity, that is this is the connectivity in this axis of rotation with the center of the circle. That means what? It travels along the radius and towards the center of the circle. That means it is centripetal force. And suppose if a circular motion is happening, again we are taking a point, and suppose it is point A. Okay, and suppose this is point B. So when it travels, if suppose if we take an example of a merry-go-round, that means in what you can say, in circuses and all, you see that in that rotation motion for a circular round is happening, and then it suddenly faces an outward push and the circle now travels like this. Means what? It gives an outward push to this. That means the object over here from point A, it travels to point B and it gives a outward push. That means it travels along the radius and away from the center of the circle, and traveling away from the center of the circle, that means it is a centrifugal force. फ्यूगल एंड फिटल, फ्यूगल मतलब फेंकना, फॉर फेंकना, वैसे ही उसको ऐसे याद रखना है आप लोग को, दैट इज सेंट्रीफ्यूगल लाइक दिस, ओके। एंड सेंट्रीपिटल इज अलोंग द रेडियस, दोनों में कॉमन है, दैट इज इन बोथ द टर्म इज कॉमन, दैट इट शुड follow it should perform a circulatory motion along the circumference of circle along the radius, but in this the difference is it is towards the circle, the object traveling towards the circle, and it is in centrifugal it is traveling away from the center of the circle, okay. And you can consider it as real force and pseudo force. In this it is a real force, that is in practical that we have observed that this bullock carts or car tires, that is it is a real one, that is it is really it is moving, or practically it is happening over here, but it is not the same, that is it is an imaginary, means you can not imagine that in which direction the force will go out or the circle will take an outward push, that is imaginary. See the answer, we got it for this. The applications also I have told, with this also, with this only I have answered you this all concepts and the theory also of this question, okay. So now we'll conclude this session. See over here the points again: the force providing acceleration, centripetal, radial acceleration, the formula is there. Then again centrifugal, okay, centrifugal force is non-real force, that is it is not real force, it is an imaginary force, that is merry-go-round. This example, this all you can read it out. If I will again it will go then it will my video will be longer, okay. Then again you can read it out all. I have explained you. If you write the explain things with your own words, then also it will be fine, but then also make it sure that you use the keywords, main keywords. See over here, centrifugal force, that is merry-go-round, it is shown for centrifugal, and for centripetal they are given over here, okay. So again the applications also I have discussed, okay. So I will end this session, this video, and will move forward again to the next part of the video in the next session. So till then I will tell you again, if you have any doubts, please drop in the comment section, as actually this video actually it like elongated and it slowed too much in middle while writing and all, while explaining you. Sorry for that, and I will make faster next time, try to make fast next time. So please, if you have not subscribed my channel, please subscribe for more latest videos regarding 12th new syllabus of physics part and computer science part, okay. So till then, thank you, have a good day, take care, like my